Hello, everyone, and welcome to another segment of Divine Femininity United. I am your girl, Miss B, Bianca, Miss B Lee, Dr. Bianca, Miss B Lee, and I am here to journey with you on this course through the book, our collective reading material, The Secret, written by Dr. Rhonda Byrne. Today we are entering chapter 7. Chapter seven's title is The Secret to Health. The Secret to Health. Now, if health is something that you are very adamant about, that you're very, focused on and things like that in your life, that is amazing. But I will say, with the hustle and bustle of every day and the tasks that we have as adults, especially if you are a spouse, a partner with children, then I already know that your life is probably hectic, it's probably busy, productive. I like to say productive versus busy. But there's a lot of activity going on, and not often enough do we pay attention to health. But also, health can be conveyed in many other avenues outside of your physical health. It could be your mental health, it could be your emotional health, your spiritual health, your sexual health. Those of you all who know me, you know that I am a certified intimacy and sexuality coach. Oh, yes. We get down to the nitty of the gritty. Everybody can't handle it. I don't understand why, because your organ was born with you. You know what I'm saying? So, and unfortunately, everybody's so hush hush, and the topic of sex and sexuality is so taboo that we're out here armed with weapons that we don't know how to use. Hello? And we just using them everywhere, misusing them, abusing them, because somebody did not sit us down and talk to us about the sanctity of it, the sacredness of it, the rules, the how to's, how to use it, how to keep it safe, how to keep it clean, who to share it with, who to show it to. And we haven't had those conversations, at least not my generation. Okay. And certainly not the generation before them, before me. Okay. So now I have to say, it's a little more open in dialogue. Parents are talking to their children a little more, or I should say the children are talking to the parents a little more, because it's the children of today, this generation, that is very bold with their conversation. And I am here for all of the things. Okay. Break your parents out of the shell of the being timid about certain conversations. These conversations need to be had. And the health of your mind, health of your emotions, health of your body, health of your sexuality and sexual adventures and lifestyle, the health of your finances, just overall health is very important, you guys. Very important. And we need to be mindful of that. And I think this chapter, again, keep in mind, I do not go ahead of you all in these readings. I read right along with you. Okay. So as you get it, that's when I get it. Whatever revelation you get, that's when I get it as well. I get my own revelations as well. So that's why I encourage you all to certainly communicate as we're reading through these chapters. Hello, everyone. Hello. As we're reading through these chapters, I encourage you to voice your thoughts, voice your opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Say what you feel about certain things. Say what you mean. Say how it made you feel. If certain things made you feel uncomfortable, if you felt like she was talking to you, say so. Because I can guarantee you that you are not the only one that is feeling or thinking that, or has felt that. The problem is with us, you all, is the fact that we don't communicate enough to each other. You understand what I'm saying? I can guarantee you that you are not going through something that somebody else hasn't gone through, or is not going through right now. Okay? Seriously. You know, it's if we were to talk to one another more, Okay. If we were to talk to one another more, we would learn that there are so many things that we have in common that would blow our minds. Do you hear me? Seriously, so many things that we have in common that will blow our minds. There are so many other people that are going through the same thing that you're going through the exact same thing. You understand what I'm saying? And so with that being said, it's imperative for us to open our mouths, for us to say what we need to say, because you may be the bold one communicating what you're dealing with, and somebody else may be too trepid, too intimidated, and too suffering from trepidation that they can't even, they can't form the words, and you probably would be the voice piece for them. So open your mouth. Everybody open your mouth. And maybe you being bold and courageous couldn't cause them and entice them to do the same. Okay? So that's the thing. That's the thing. But you all, I appreciate you all for being here, those who are here. I appreciate you all for being here continually, whether you are here in person or whether you catch it on the replay. I appreciate you regardless. Whether you tell me that you've heard it or I get a notification that you've heard it, I appreciate you regardless. I tell you all the time, I'm not for everybody, I'm for somebody. So that means that whether I know you heard it, whether I know you got the message or not, if you got the message, that in and of itself is good enough for me. It's good enough for me. Okay? That's it. That's all. I appreciate you all. Now, getting back to the book here, The Secret, written by Rhonda Byrne. Listen, before I even go into the whole thing, I'm going to say this to y'all again. For those who do not have this book, be sure to get this book. This book I'm offering for $5 only. It's only a seed of $5. The book has already been purchased, but I need you to show that it's valuable to you and not just me giving you something for free that you won't show up for, that you won't read and things like that. Then that would be a waste of my time. And if you know me, you know that my time is very, very valuable. And so is yours. Okay. So only $5 seed. And it goes towards me continuing on this practice and this platform and things like that, because me doing what I do is not free. Not at all. But I'm faithful every single week, twice a week, okay, to give you all the collective readings and things like that, and to share with you all and to give you insights and to hear your insights and to exchange, one to another. So, but it costs to do this, all right? So your seed will go towards the continuation of me doing what it is that I do. I'm grateful for those who willingly and without hesitation, you submit your $5 seed and get that book, and you are right here with us. Okay. So for those who need the book, get the book, inbox me, email me, back channel me and request the book, and I'll email it over to you via Google Drive, and you'll have it right then and there. Okay. Alrighty, you all. So here we go. We are getting ready to begin chapter 7, part 7 of The Secret. And that chapter is The Secret of Health. But first, you already know we have to go over and do a recap of the previous chapter, which the previous chapter was The Secret to Relationships. The Secret to Relationships, okay? So the first recap message was, when you want to attract a relationship, make sure your thoughts, words, actions, and surroundings don't contradict your desires. Make sure if you're in a hope for having a hope and you desire a spouse, make sure that you're making room for that spouse. Make sure that you, even before you know who this person is, it doesn't matter. You're preparing a way for your desire. Okay. Remember, we learned in chapter 2 that we need to act like it's already done. We need to operate like it's already done. We need to stand in the idea that it's already done. So when you do prepare for your mate, for your spouse, make some room in the drawer, make some room in the closet. Don't be sleeping all over the bed. Choose a side to sleep on and sleep on that side because you're making room for your spouse. Hello, somebody. Okay. So be sure that your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your environment, your surroundings are not in direct contradiction to your desires. And next, your job is you. Your job is you. Unless you fill yourself up first, you have nothing to give anybody else. I know it is said that we need to give to others first and then have them to give to us. No, because what if we give to others and they don't return the favor? There is no reciprocity, which 9 times out of 10, there are some relationships where the reciprocity is lacking. So when you give all of yourself and all of your good jewels and gems to somebody else, and you sitting around tapping your foot waiting on it to come back to you, and it never does, then what? You just keep you're supposed to just keep giving of yourself to somebody else. How about you give of yourself to yourself? Because the term, we do unto others as we will have them to do unto us, or you show a person how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Now, going back to, the relationship tip, and if you desire a relationship, well, that person needs to see that you are respecting and honoring and loving on and doting over yourself. Okay? They need to see that you like to keep yourself up. You like to have your house clean for you, that you do your hair for you, that you oil, butter, lotion, and cream your skin for you first, that you go and get your spa treatment and things like that for you, that you take yourself and give yourself a good meal for you. They need to see you doing that for you, that you're paying your bills for you. Okay? That you're surrounding yourself with nice, aromas and scents for you. They need to see you doing that for yourself. Then they can envision that it being done with you all in mind, with the couple, with the unit in mind. Okay? Your job is you. Love on you. Focus on you. Give yourself peace. Heal yourself. Okay? Entrust yourself. Forgive yourself. Give it to you first. Your job is you. And I promise you, the more you pour into yourself, envision a cup, a glass. The more you pour into yourself, that glass will eventually overflow, right? The overflow then pours down onto any and every surrounding surface or whatever the case that's around it. So the overflow pours out to everything and everybody else. But you're continuing to pour into you. So as long as you continue to pour into you, you have plenty to give to somebody else. Plenty. As long as you keep that spout pouring into you first. Pour into you, you'll have plenty of overflow to give to everybody else. But keep yourself poured into. Keep yourself filled and overflowing. The next, treat yourself with love and respect, and you will attract people who show you love and respect. I don't need to elaborate on that any further. It said what it said, okay? Next, when you feel bad about yourself, you block the love, and instead you attract more people and situations that will continue to make you feel bad about yourself. Low self-esteem, self-hate, all of those self-sabotage. The more you do that to you, you will attract more people that will reinforce and reiterate that damage to yourself. Yep, it is true. It is true. It is true. Okay? When you feel bad about you, when you don't like you, when you talk down to yourself about yourself, when you diminish and belittle yourself, guess what you are attracting to you? More people that will continue to do the same thing. Yep. And you know good and doggone well, you don't want it and don't like it for yourself. You know you don't. So why do you do it to yourself? You know it doesn't feel good. I guess what you call yourself trying to beat everybody to the punchline. You trying to call out your flaws before anybody else does. I'm here to tell you, we are our worst critics. So that very flaw that you may think you have, the other person that you waiting on to talk about you, they may not even see it that way. In fact, they don't even see it until you point it out. Hello? They don't see anything wrong until you point it out. Have you ever had somebody to give you a compliment and then it's like, as soon as they say, "Oh, your hair is nice. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I need to get my skin fixed. I need to, oh, this outfit's so mangy. Oh, my shoes, and oh, I need to put on some earrings." Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, pause, skirt. Wait. I said your hair looks nice. You have given a whole laundry list of the things that don't look nice, instead of simply saying, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate your kind words." You just literally showed them that how you feel about yourself by pointing out every flaw, every blemish, every stain, every tear. My goodness. Okay. And guess what? The more you do that, the more it's going to get done to you. You're going to attract people that will continue to do it to you. And here's a part B to that. You're going to push away those who don't do it to you. All right. You're going to push away those who really and truly see beauty in you. That's what you're going to do. You're going to replace the good things, the good people that see the good in you, with the people that see the bad in you, to see the same bad that you see in yourself. Yep. That's what you're going to do. Don't do that. Okay. The next point. Focus on the qualities you love about yourself, and the law of attraction will show you more great things about you. That's right. If you focus on your goodness, your beauty, your talent, your gift, if you focus on that, if you focus on the good things about yourself, then what will happen is your eyes will be opened up even more to more good things about yourself. Things that you probably didn't even pay attention to before. You will begin to notice more great things about you. And you'll begin to celebrate them. Because if you don't celebrate your good things, then who will? Who are you waiting on to give yourself a celebration and a parade and all of that stuff? Who? Because if you're not celebrating you, then I don't know who you waiting on. Okay. And last, to make a relationship work, focus on what you appreciate about the other person and not your complaints. When you focus on the strengths, you will get more of them. All right. Have you ever been in a relationship where you always complaining about, oh, they always, and I can't stand when they, and they just, they'll never, and I've been asking them over and over, and it's always, I'm telling you now, they will continue to do that same stuff. Because that's all you focus on. Have you ever known someone or been in a situation with someone where they are quick to point out those flaws, but they are not as swift to bring the compliments or when you do good things, okay? They know how to identify all types of flaws, though, okay? But if you do some great things and it's like, oh, mum's the word, quiet on the set, okay? Okay? To make a relationship work, focus on what you appreciate about the other person, not your complaints, because you're feeding what you're attracting. You're feeding it. You already attracted it. And the more you dwell on the complaints and start complaining about this and steady complaining about that, then you are adding to, you're feeding and nourishing and developing the stuff that you do not want in that partner. Okay. All right. So that was the last chapter, The Secret to Relationships. And now we are moving on to The Secret to Health. All right. Y'all ready? Here we go. Dr. John Hagelin, he's a quantum physicist and public policy expert. He stated, our body is really the product of our thoughts. We're beginning to understand in medical science the degree to which the nature of our thoughts and emotions actually determine the physical substance and structure and function of our bodies. Dr. John DeMartini stated, We've known in the healing arts of a placebo effect. A placebo is something that supposedly has no impact and no effect on the body, like a sugar pill. You tell the patient that this is just as effective, and what happens is the placebo sometimes has the same effect, if not greater effect, than the medication that is supposed to be designed for that effect. They have found out that the human mind is the biggest factor in the healing arts, sometimes more so than the medication. That is so true. I've done case studies in neuroscience and in psychology regarding that very thing right there. Okay, that mind, man, that mind is something serious. As you are becoming more of the magnitude of the secret, you will begin to see more clearly the underlying truth of certain occurrences in humankind, including the area of health. The placebo effect is a powerful phenomenon. When patients think and truly believe the tablet is a cure, they will receive what they believe and they will be cured. Dr. John Demartini states, if someone is in a situation where they're sick and they have an alternative to try to explore what is in their mind creating it, versus using medicine, if it's an acute situation that could really bring death to them, then obviously the medicine is a wise thing to do while they explore what the mind is about. So you don't want to negate medicine. Every form of healing has a place. That is correct. Healing through the mind can work harmoniously with medicine. If pain is involved, then medicine can help to eliminate that pain, which then allows the person to be able to focus with great force on health. Thinking perfect health is something anybody can do privately within themselves, no matter what is happening around them. Lisa Nichols, she stated, the universe is a masterpiece of abundance. When you open yourself to feel the abundance of the universe, you'll experience the wonder, joy, bliss, and all the great things that the universe has for you. Good health, good wealth, good nature. But when you shut yourself off with negative thoughts, you'll feel the discomfort, you'll feel the aches, you'll feel the pain, and you'll feel as if every day is painful to get through. Dr. Ben Johnson, who's a physician, author, and leader in healing energy, he states, we've got 1,000 different diagnoses and diseases out there. They're just the weak link. They're all the result of one thing, stress. If you put enough stress on the chain and you put enough stress on the system, then one of the links break. All stress begins with one negative thought, one thought that went unchecked, and then one more thought came and more until stress manifested. The effect is stress, but the cause is negative thinking. And it all began with one little negative thought. No matter what you might have manifested, you can change it with one small positive thought and then another. Dr. John Demartini states, our physiology creates disease to give us feedback, to let us know we have an imbalanced perspective or we're not being loving and grateful. So the body's sign and symptoms are not something terrible. Dr. Demartini is telling us that love and gratitude will dissolve all negativity in our lives, no matter what form it has taken. Love and gratitude can part seas, move mountains, and create miracles. And love and gratitude can dissolve any disease. Michael Bernard Beckwith states, the question frequently asked is, when a person has manifested a disease in the body temple or some kind of discomfort in their life, can it be turned around through the power of right thinking? And the answer is absolutely yes. The next section, laughter is the best medicine. Kathy Goodman, a personal story. She states, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I truly believed in my heart with my strong faith that I was already healed. Each day I would say, thank you for my healing. On and on and on I went. Thank you for my healing. I believed in my heart I was healed. I saw myself as if cancer was never in my body. One of the things I did to heal myself was to watch very funny movies. That's all we would do was just laugh, laugh, and laugh. We couldn't afford to put any stress in my life because we knew stress was one of the worst things you can do while you're trying to heal yourself. From the time I was diagnosed to the time I was healed was approximately 3 months. And that's without any radiation or chemotherapy. That's awesome. This beautiful and inspiring story from Kathy Goodman demonstrates three magnificent powers in operation: the power of gratitude to heal, the power of faith to receive, and the power of laughter and joy to dissolve the disease in our bodies. Kathy was inspired to include laughter as part of her healing after hearing about the story of Norman Cousins. Norman had been diagnosed with an incurable disease, quote unquote, incurable disease. The doctors told him he had just a few months to live. Norman decided to heal himself. For 3 months, all he did was watch funny movies and laugh, laugh, laugh. The disease left his body in those 3 months, and the doctors proclaimed his recovery a miracle. As he laughed, Norman released all negativity, and he released the disease. Laughter really is the best medicine. Dr. Ben Johnson states, we all come with a built-in basic program. It's called self-healing. That is so true. You get a wound, it grows back together. You get a bacterial infection, the immune system comes and takes care of those bacteria and heals it up. The immune system is made to heal itself. Bob Proctor states, disease cannot live in a body that's in a healthy emotional state. Your body is casting off millions of cells every second. And it's also creating millions of new cells at the same time. Dr. John Hagelin states, in fact, parts of our body are literally replaced every day. Other parts take a few months, other parts a couple of years. But within a few years, we each have a brand new physical body. That is so true. That is so true. Man, I always talk about the brilliance that is our build. Okay. God, listen, it's overwhelming in the most magnificent way just to think about it. How perfectly crafted we are. How beautifully formed and shaped we are. Our body, scientifically speaking, biologically speaking, I should say, is made of 11 or 12 systems, okay? We got the skeletal system, muscular system, the nervous system. We have several, 11 or 12 systems. Each system operates as its own entity, right? It has its own system. Each system works and it has a system within itself. But then combined, it works interconnectively, okay? So although they're individual systems that operate as a whole on their own, when put together, they operate collectively, right? And then it's wrapped around one big organ, which is the skin. Yes, your skin is your largest organ. It's wrapped around one big organ that holds it all together, okay? And it continually regenerates itself. We don't have to remind our hair to continue to grow. We don't have to remind our nails to continue to grow. We don't have to remind our skin to produce new skin. We don't have to remind our lashes to grow. We don't have to do that. Our body, it has a system to do it on its own. If we get a cold or something that comes to, in our body that is foreign to our bodies, it's foreign to our bodies. Our immune system kicks in immediately because that's what it was fashioned to do. Prime example, when I got pregnant with my son back in 2011, my body, I think at about month 4, I started to dilate. I was dilating. I was probably like a centimeter dilated. Okay. So, and I was experiencing pains and things like that. So we had to go to the doctor, and the doctor had to issue what is called a RhoGAM shot because I am, AB negative, but when pregnant, RH negative. Okay. And so my doctor had to issue a RhoGAM shot to simply communicate to my body that my baby was safe, because my body saw my baby as something foreign that it had to get rid of. The immune system kicked in. My immune system was so on go, okay? so ready to kick into action. Like it, okay? It said, what is this? Who are you? You don't belong here. Soldiers, let's roll up. Formation. Let's get it, okay? That's exactly what it did. And so the RhoGAM shot had to be administered in order to tell my body, hey, whoa, soldiers, lieutenant, captain, major, relax. This is a good thing. He's a good thing. We want to keep him around. And so that's what it is. Our bodies are brilliantly, listen, if you can't think of something to be grateful for, if you can't just think of something, regardless of what's going on in your life, right? If you struggle with finding something to be grateful for, I am here to tell you that is one major thing to be grateful for. Just that. Just how beautifully brilliant you remain. Just that. That's enough. That's enough. That is enough. Being grateful for that right there. That is enough. My God. God is, whoo, y'all. It just sit in that, man. Just sit in that. That's what I'm grateful for every day. Every single day. Okay. All righty. I even lost where I was. I lost where I was thinking, just basking in that. My goodness. Okay. Here we go. Healing stuff. Okay. Dr. Proctor stated, disease cannot live in a body that's in a healthy emotional state. I'm rereading this. Your body is casting off millions of cells every second, and it's also creating millions of new cells at the same time. Okay. Dr. John Hagelin stated, in fact, parts of our bodies are literally replaced every day. Other parts take a few months, other parts a couple of years, but within a few years, we each have a brand new physical body. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing, man. That is absolutely, positively amazing. If our entire bodies are replaced within a few years, as science has proven, then how can it be that degeneration or illness remains in our bodies for years? It can only be held there by thought, by observation of the illness, and by the attention given to the illness. It's so true. Otherwise, it would have been kicked out with the rest of the stuff. Okay? The next portion says, think thoughts of perfection. Think thoughts of perfection. Okay, think thoughts of perfection. Illness cannot exist in a body that is harmonious, that has harmonious thoughts. No, there is only perfection. And as you observe perfection, you must summon that to you. Keep in mind. Let me interject right there. So many people, when they hear the word perfect, they'll come back with, well, nothing's perfect. I can't be perfect. Nothing's perfect. We can strive to be better, not perfect, all of that stuff. Getting hung up on words, okay? But let me tell you something. Your definition of perfect don't have to meet my definition of perfect. If I see me and my being formed perfectly as perfect, then I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? I choose to use the word perfect for the crafting and the forming of me. Now you can use good or better for yourself, and that's great. I will not argue with you on that. But don't argue with me when I choose to use the word perfect. Okay? I am perfectly made. Every blemish that I have was perfectly placed. Every mole that I have is perfectly placed. Every strand of my hair is perfectly placed. Okay? Period. Okay? All of the thick thighs that save lives over here are perfectly placed. That part. Yes. Yes. I was perfectly formed, perfectly made, perfectly shaped, perfectly built. Okay? Perfectly aligned. Yes, I was. You know why? Because when God creates perfectly. Period. Just because your view is blurred and someone else told you that you can't be perfect, don't mean that you get to throw that over here, because I'm not catching what you put. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. Okay. All right. Back to this. Imperfect thoughts are the cause of all humanity's ills, including disease, poverty, and unhappiness. When we think negative thoughts, we are cutting ourselves off from our rightful heritage. Declare and intend. I think perfect thoughts. I see only perfection. I am perfection. Period. I think perfect thoughts. I see only perfection. I am perfection. I banished every bit of stiffness and lack of agility right out of my body. I focused on seeing my body as flexible and as perfect as a child's, and every stiff and aching joint vanished. I literally did this overnight. Okay? You can see that beliefs about aging are all in our minds. Science explains that we have a brand new body in a very short time. Aging is limited thinking. So release those thoughts from your consciousness and know that your body is only months old. Facts. This new body is only months old. No matter how many birthdays you have chalked up in your mind, for your next birthday, do yourself a favor and celebrate it as your first birthday. That part. You all, my birthday is in 31 days. Okay, 32 days, October 5th. And I choose to celebrate it like it's my first. Okay, because this is a new me. This is not the same me that I was last birthday, or the birthday before that. No matter how many years I've existed on this planet, this is a new me. This birthday, so this is my first birthday. All right. So don't worry about how young I am, how young and vivacious I am. Okay, that's none of your business. I'm one. I am 1 year old. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna celebrate. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a one birthday candle. It's a number one. Yes, I'm celebrating my first birthday. Okay. Don't cover your cake with 60 candles unless you want to summon aging to you. Period. Unfortunately, Western society has become fixated on age. And in reality, there is no such thing. You all, time is an illusion. Okay? Period. We talk about this in another segment. You can think your way to the perfect state of health, the perfect body, the perfect weight, and eternal youth. You can bring it into being through your consistent thinking of perfection. Dr. Proctor states, if you have a disease and you're focusing on it and you're talking to people about it, you're going to create more diseased cells. Yes, you are. See yourself living in a perfectly healthy body. Let the doctor look after the disease. Right. You let the doctor do that part. That's the doctor's job to focus on the disease and all of that, blah, 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 blah. Your job is to see yourself in a perfect body. Okay? All of that other stuff, that's none of your business. Okay? One of the things that people often do when they have an illness is talk about it all the time. Look here. We'll bend everybody's ear as long as they see an ear to talk to. Okay? That's because they're thinking about it all the time. So they're just verbalizing their thoughts. If you are feeling a little unwell, don't talk about it unless you want more of it. Know that your thought was responsible and repeat as often as you can. I feel wonderful. I feel so good, and really feel it. If you are not feeling great and somebody asks you how you are feeling, just be grateful that that person has reminded you to think thoughts of feeling well. Speak only the words of what you want. You cannot catch anything unless you think you can. And thinking you can is inviting it to you with your thought. You are also inviting illness if you are listening to people talking about their illnesses, period. Okay? Yes, you are. As you listen, you are giving all of your thoughts and focus to illness. And when you give all of your thought to something, you are asking for it. And you are certainly not helping them. You are aiding and adding energy to their illness too. If you really want to help that person, change the conversation to good things if you can, or be on your way. As you walk away, give yourself powerful thoughts and feelings to seeing that person well, and then let it go. Lisa Nichols states, let's say you have two people both stricken with something, but one chooses to focus on joy. One chooses to live in possibility and hopefulness, focusing on all the reasons why she should be joyful and grateful. Then you have the second person, same diagnosis, but the second chooses to focus on the disease, the pain, and the woe is me. Bob Doyle states, when people are completely focused on what's wrong and their symptoms, they will perpetuate it. The healing will not occur until they shift their attention from being sick to being well, because that's the law of attraction. Let us remember, so far as we can, that every unpleasant thought is a bad thing literally put in the body. That is a statement by Prentice Mulford. Dr. John Hagelin states, happier thoughts lead to essentially a happier biochemistry, a happier, healthier body. Negative thoughts and stress have been shown to seriously degrade the body and the functioning of the brain, because it's our thoughts and emotions that are continuously reassembling, reorganizing, recreating our body. No matter what you have manifested in regards to your body, you can change it inside and out. Start thinking happy thoughts and start being happy. Start thinking happy thoughts and start being happy. Happiness is a feeling state of being. You have your finger on the feeling happy button. Press it now and keep your finger pressed down on it firmly, no matter what is happening around you. Dr. Ben Johnson states, remove physiological stress from the body, and the body does what it was designed to do. It heals itself. You don't have to fight to get rid of the disease. Just the simple process of letting go of negative thoughts will allow your natural state of health to emerge within you, and your body will heal itself. Michael Bernard Beckwith states, I've seen kidneys regenerated. I've seen cancer dissolve. I've seen eyesight improve and come back. I had been wearing reading glasses for about 3 years before I discovered the secret. One night, as I was tracing the knowledge of the secret back through the centuries, I found myself reaching for my glasses to see what I was reading, and I stopped in my tracks. The realization of what I had done struck me like a lightning bolt. I had listened to society's message that eyesight diminishes with age. I had watched people stretch their arms out so that they could read something. I had given my thought to eyesight diminishing with age, and I had brought it to me. I hadn't done it deliberately, but I had done it. I knew that what I had brought into being with thoughts, I could change. So I immediately imagined myself seeing as clearly as when I was 21 years old. I saw myself in dark restaurants, on planes, and at my computer, reading clearly and effortlessly. And I said over and over, I can see clearly. I can see clearly. I felt the feelings of gratitude and excitement for having clear vision. In 3 days, my eyesight had been restored, and I now do not own reading glasses. I can see clearly. I know that's right. When I told Dr. Ben Johnson, one of the teachers from The Secret, about what I had done, He said to me, do you realize what had to happen to your eyes for you to do that in 3 days? I replied, no. And thank goodness I didn't know. So that thought was not in my head. I just knew I could do it and that I could do it fast. Sometimes less information is better. I know that's right. It's so true, man. It's so true. I said this last week. Imagination, i.e., faith, i.e., seeing yourself where you want to be versus where you are, is better than knowledge. Okay? Sometimes we don't need to know everything, y'all. We are so thirsty for knowing this, and we got to know that, and we got to know this. No, sometimes you need to leave that information where it is, because the more you know, the more thoughts can be developed from that information, that new information. Sometimes you need to mind your business. Okay, let me just say it straight like that. Sometimes you need to mind the business that is beneficial to your desired self. Okay? Period. All information is not beneficial to you. And I'm talking, let me extend this. Let me put some arms and legs on it. That means that if somebody calling you with gossip about other people and it's not your business, nor is it talking about where you are desiring to be and what you're desiring to be, shut it down. Period. Shut it down. Listen, I am a gold medalist at that. Okay, don't call me with no foolishness. I don't want to hear it. I want to know it. Keep it over there, because I understand the secret. I understand the law of attraction. I just got this recently. Okay, don't get me wrong. So it's still fresh, and there are times when you can get pulled into stuff, right? The more information that you get, the more thoughts are developed out of that information. No matter what it is, who it's about, it don't matter. And as little information listen, I want as little information as possible, okay? Because no, like she stated here, sometimes less information is better. Because you can't form a thought out of something that you don't know. Hello, somebody. Okay? I choose to know what I'm supposed to know and dwell on what I'm supposed to dwell on, which is what I desire versus anything else. That part, okay? Dr. Johnson eliminated an incurable, quote unquote, incurable disease from his own body. So the restoration of my eyesight seemed like nothing to me compared with his own miracle story. All right? In fact, I expected my eyesight to come back overnight. So 3 days was no miracle in my mind. Remember, time and size do not exist in the universe. It is as easy to heal a pimple as a disease. Come on. The process is identical. The difference is in our minds. So if you have attracted some affliction to you, reduce it in your mind to the size of a pimple. Let go of all negative thoughts and then focus on the perfection of health. That's what you do. Ooh, this is good, y'all. Listen, I hope it's good to y'all as it is to me, because, baby, listen, I'm taking it all in. I got some things I need to apply to this too, okay? In fact, no. Let me say no, because I just put it in the future. Nope. I got some things that I've already applied this to. Hello. And it's generating and working. I am pain-free. You hear me? I can see clearly. I can move freely. What does she say? She says, my body is as flexible and durable and all of that. like that, like it was when I was 10. Hello, all right, honey. I was little when I was 10. I was running back and forth. Had the energy, man. Would take off running, racing, girls and boys. Okay, having a good time. Energy up through the roof. That's what I see myself doing, honey. Trust, doing a split, cartwheel, all of it. All right. I used to be able to do a split, y'all, back in the day. I'm not too shabby right now while you're playing. Hello. All right. So yes, yes, yes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The next section is nothing is incurable. Nothing is incurable. Okay. Dr. John DeMartini states, I always say that incurable means curable from within. Okay. Curable from within. I believe and know that nothing is incurable. At some point in time, every so-called incurable disease has been cured. In my mind and the world I create, incurable does not exist. There is plenty of room for you in this world. So come join me and all who are here. It is the world where miracles are everyday occurrences. It is a world overflowing with total abundance, where all good things exist now within you. Sounds like heaven, doesn't it? Because it is. Your heaven is right here. You don't have to wait to die to experience heaven. You can have heaven right here and now. Okay. Heaven and hell is in your mind. Is what you create, to be perfectly honest. Because you can absolutely be in hell right here, right now, too. Okay. It's all according to you. What are you calling to yourself? All right. What are you calling to your life? What are you calling to your environment? That's heaven and hell. What's in your mind and what your mind creates for you in this life. All right. Michael Bernard Beckwith states, you can change your life and you can heal yourself. Morris Goodman, an author and international speaker, states, my story begins on March 10th, 1981. This day really changed my whole life. It was a day I'll never forget. I crashed an airplane. I ended up in the hospital completely paralyzed. My spinal cord was crushed. I broke the first and second cervical vertebrae. My swallowing reflex was destroyed. I couldn't eat or drink. My diaphragm was destroyed. I couldn't breathe. All I could do was blink my eyes. The doctors, of course, said I'd be a vegetable for the rest of my life. All I'd be able to do is blink my eyes. That's the picture they saw of me. But it didn't matter what they thought. The main thing was what I thought. I pictured myself being a normal person again, walking out of that hospital. The only thing I had to work with in the hospital was my mind. And once you have your mind, you can put things back together again. Hello, somebody, that's a word. Once you have your mind, once you have control over your mind, you can put things back together again. I was hooked to a respirator and they said I never breathe on my own again because my diaphragm was destroyed. But a little voice kept saying to me, breathe deeply, breathe deeply. And finally, I was weaned from it. They were at a loss for an explanation. I could not afford to allow anything to come up into my mind that would distract me from my goal or from my vision. I know that's right. I had a set goal to walk out of the hospital on Christmas, and I did. I walked out of the hospital on my own 2 feet. They said it couldn't be done. That's a day I will never forget. I know that's right. For people who are sitting out there right now and are hurting, if I wanted to sum up my life and sum up for people what they can do in life, I would sum it up in 6 words. Man becomes what he thinks about. All right? Man becomes what he thinks about. Morris Goodman is known as the Miracle Man. His story was chosen for The Secret because it demonstrates the unfathomable power and unlimited potential of the human mind. Morris knew the power within him to bring about what he chose to think about. Everything is possible. Morris Goodman's story has inspired thousands of people to think, imagine, and feel their way back to health. He turned the greatest challenge of his life into the greatest gift. Since the film The Secret was released, we have been inundated with miracle stories of all types of diseases dissolving from people's bodies after they watched The Secret. All things are possible when you believe. On the subject of health, I would like to leave you with these illuminating words from Dr. Ben Johnson. We are now entering the era of energy medicine. Everything in the universe has a frequency, and all you have to do is change a frequency or create an opposite frequency. That's how easy it is to change anything in the world, whether that's disease or emotional issues or whatever that is. This is huge. This is the biggest thing that we have ever come across. My goodness, y'all. Listen, I have to say it. I say it every doggone week. We are some powerful people. We are powerful beings. Do you understand your abilities? Man, you know how I know we don't understand it fully? It's because of the way that we choose to continue to live. The way we choose to continue to think, the way we choose to continue to speak, the way we choose to continue to act, right? I don't know about y'all, but I choose to see and stand and speak and walk and talk and think in my power. All right? Now, listen, there's plenty of room in this world here, like I stated, like she stated in this book. Over here in the world of, I said what I said. And it is what I said it is. Not what y'all see it to be. It is what I said it is. Baby, it's plenty space over here. Come on over. The water is nice. The fruit is juicy and plump. Okay? There's plenty. Whether you come over here with me or not, that's on you, my love. But just know, I'm not trying to go over there with you. Okay? Been there, done that. I don't like it over there, respectfully. I like it over here on this side, where there are no limits, where the impossible is that's what's impossible. The impossible. The word impossible has no power over here. In fact, we don't even use that word. The word incurable is not used over here. It's all curable. It's all possible. It's all available. Because I said so. Because I thought so. Because I lived so. My health being completely healthy and whole, restored, like the body of my youth, is possible, and it is. My sight, my finances, my mind, my will, my emotions, my intellect, my imagination, my spirituality, my sexuality, my career, my clients, my home, my love life. It's all possible, and it all is what I said it is. Healthy, whole, abundantly, pouring in, limitless. Period. It is because I said so. It is because I thought so. It is because I live so. That's the mindset we need to have and keep, and don't replace it with anything else. I remember when I was opening up my first and second salon, actually. There was a level of belief and faith that I knew not of. I knew faith because I came from a faith ministry. If you all are familiar with the mega church in Forest Park, Illinois, Living Word Christian Center, pastored by Doctors Bill and Veronica Winston. I was literally 6 years old when we started going over there. And if you know him, all right, let me say this. If you know him, then you knew he might be short in stature, but he's a giant when it comes to faith. You understand me? There is nothing that anyone can tell him that he can't do. Matter of fact, that's an open challenge right there when you say he can't. Not only is he going to do it, he might do it twice on you real quick. Okay. Now, just to make it fun, so many people in any endeavor that I've ever done, and I don't do small things. If you know me, you know I don't move small. Ain't nothing small about me, baby. Okay, nothing. Certainly not my vision. I don't do small things. I'm not meant to do small stuff. When I do things, I do it impactfully. I do it in a big way so that you'll never forget it was done. Period. Okay? We change lives in everything that I do. And it leaves a mark that will never and can never be erased by nothing and no one. But in order for you to do something like that, you have to have a certain belief, a certain faith, a certain vision, a certain a gumption, a gusto, a confidence, you know, all of the synonyms. You got to have a certain level of immovable, you know, in you in order to see it through. Okay? Every single thing, when I tell you, every single thing, from the moment you put that desire out there, there are going to be people, places, circumstances, and things that are going to come to get you off of what you just said was going to come to pass. At that point, from the moment you put it out there, it is your job and your job alone to protect that vision, to protect your desire fiercely and savagely from any outside forces that are contradicting anything that you said that you were going to have. I said these words and I meant it across the board. I said, either you are talking faith or you're not talking to me. That was before I got the understanding of knowing versus believing. I no longer have to believe. I now know that what I said is going to happen in the way it's going to happen. Nothing short of it. Nothing short of it. Period. Point blank. My words have power. Always have and always will. Because I understand the vastness of it. Even me knowing more and learning more and going along this book, this is all it's doing is supercharging me even more. Even more. Okay? Every single thing that I stood on, I was not moving. Whether someone agreed with my vision, whether they said, oh, you, because I had someone very close to me. Okay. I had my second salon. I chose a polyurethane floor, an epoxy floor. Okay. Shiny, almost like a bowling ball finish. Okay. Black, gray, pinks, bubblegum splashes, you know, because the colors of my salon were predominantly black and gray. So I had elements of concrete and silver, metal. I love the natural elements. Okay. Concrete, silver, metal, glass, wood. So I had elements of that, but I had splashes of paint only as an accent. Cause you know, I'm a girl, but I ain't, you know, I'm not a Barbie girl. Okay. So, but splashes of pink, a classy pink, you know, where men wouldn't be uncomfortable being in there. Okay. It's not like they're walking into a Barbie dream house. Okay. So, because we serviced all, male and female. With that being said, as we were creating and building and constructing this, my second location, someone very close to me, very, 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 very close to me, said, "You wasting money," because that floor would have cost in the upwards of about $5,000. You wasting money. All you got to do is go down to Lowe's and get some floor paint. You know, all you got to do is paint that floor. You for a couple $100, and that'll be it. And you wasting money. You just spending now, mind you. Let's be clear. Let me add this to it. This person with all of the construction suggestions ain't put a dollar or a dime on none of the project. Okay, I'm just saying. I gotta put that in I gotta put that in there, okay? Because it's important to the story. All right. Ain't sponsored not a single red cent, okay? But telling me I'm wasting money. Is that right? Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. So I literally had to stop them from talking. Because the moment someone put their doubt in your mind, it plants a seed there. Okay. The moment someone speaks certain words in, around, to, whatever, there's a seed that's sown. Right? And now, when that seed is sown, thoughts can now be formed from that seed. I didn't want no thought to form. I didn't want the fruit of that seed whatsoever. Matter of fact, I had to purge that seed ASAP. Don't you even get comfortable in the soil of my mind. Get out of here. I literally said, let me tell you something. Respectfully, the visions that I have for anything that I do are just that, my vision. They're not yours. Nor did I open up a suggestion box to get your feedback on it. Again, respectfully. Now, when my vision is set and you see my vision, if you don't talk at the same level of my vision, if you ain't speaking to me at the same level of where my vision is set, then respectfully, you ain't speaking to me. Period. Because what you're not going to do is project your fear onto my faith. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to project your lack of ability, onto my ability to do any and everything that I desire to do in my vision. When you are sure about the things that you see for yourself, hey, my love, when you are sure about the things that you see for yourself, it shouldn't be anything or anybody or any circumstance that takes you off of that vision for yourself. I don't care who it is. It could be your mama, daddy, your husband, wife, your sister, your brother, whatever. Okay? Nothing or no one should be able to come and get you off of your vision for yourself. Okay? Because the moment somebody throws salt on your vision and plant that seed of salt in your head, immediately thoughts are forming out of that seed that they sown. And unless you want to think those thoughts of doubt and unbelief, because see, clearly you didn't have doubt and unbelief when you created the vision in the first place. But you let some old Joe Blow come around here, some old Debbie Downer come around here and throw their salt and their insecurity and their lack of ability to see what you see into your stuff. And now you starting to think thoughts of doubts and thoughts of unbelief on your own stuff. Get back to what made you see the vision in the first place. Because when you saw that vision, you saw it finished. You saw yourself able to do the things that you desired to do, correct? Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have thought the vision in the first place. In my mind, if I think it, it's already done. If I think it, then that is me already knowing that I can do it. Because if you can't do it, you wouldn't have thought it in the first place. I need you to understand me. In this right here, when it comes down to belief and faith and knowing and seeing and visions, I am untouchable. You understand me? What I see, I do. What I say, I do. That's why my surroundings and the people I have around me is very limited. Maybe it's the size of a pea. You understand me? Because I vet people by how I see them handling themselves. How I see them talking about their own vision. Okay? When I see you down in your own vision or down in your own self, oh, okay. I mean, it was nice knowing you or whatever. I'll see you at the family reunion or whatever. But what you can't be is around me every day. Oh no, God. You know why? Because transference of energy is real. Whoever you have sitting around you on a regular basis, and they are on another trajectory as you, and they talking contrary to what you desire, guaranteed that stuff is going to jump on you. You can only walk along the bay for so long before you fall in the water. Hello? Period. I keep and safeguard my life, my mind, my visions, my goal, my desires. Everybody ain't privy to that information. Oh no, God, you got to be vetted. I need to be able to trust you with the sacredness that is my vision. And if I can't trust you, then baby, you'll see it when it's done. You'll see, you ain't gonna even see it when the ink dry. You gonna see it when the structure is built. That part. You won't see it when we cutting the ribbon. You gonna see it when the news report airs the story on your local television news station. Okay, celebrating this new vision that has come into fruition. That's when you gonna see it. You gonna see it when the mayor and the governor is standing next to me cutting the ribbon of the vision that I saw. That's what you gonna see. If you show me that my vision and my desires are not trustworthy in your hands, where they're not safe in your hands, then baby, by all means, you only got to show me once. I promise you, because giving my vision to someone who has not, who is a doubter, and who throws salt and who's a hater. If I give my vision to that, that's just like me giving my newborn baby to a crack addict. Okay. Are you kidding me? Who in their right mind would give their child over to someone who's not responsible? That's how you need to govern your visions for your life and yourself. Your visions are your babies. And if you can't entrust your babies to everybody, if you got to run a background check and everything for when it comes down to who's going to keep your children, then you got to do that same safeguarding for those who are going to handle your vision. Because if they're not talking and seeing and doing and thinking the same way that you are, if they're in your face agreeing with you, but behind your back throwing salt on what you got going on, and I'm going to tell you something, your discernment, which is your God-given inner alarm, will tell you who's doing that. Okay? You'll know it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. You'll know who's genuine and who's not. You will know. And it ain't gotta wait till it's too late. Sometimes some of us know that a person is doing this salt and stuff like that, and we choose to stick around because we don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm here to tell you, I don't give two craps about your feelings, okay? My job is me. My job is my goal. My job is my purpose here in this life. Your feelings ain't involved in that, all right? So when you show me who you are, I move accordingly that way, okay? And my gift of goodbye is very, very keen. You understand me? I chuck them deuces real quick. You know why? Because I didn't give you a reason to act like that. So when you do that and it was unwarranted, then that tells me that that's the type of person that you are. So I remove my goods just as smooth as I gave them to you. Okay? I remove them real quick. I let you know why I'm removing them, but I definitely remove them. And you will have no more access to that good. You understand? You killed it for yourself. It is what it is, though. I'm just saying. That's how much you have to care for you. That's how much you have to love and dote over you. That's how much you have to honor and respect your own divinity and your own sacredness. If that person is not honoring your divinity and your sacredness and your vision and your words and your thoughts and your deeds and your stuff, if they're not honoring that, then why do they have privilege in your inner space? Come on now. I'm on somebody's toes today. Period. We're talking about when you see a thing in your mental, When you imagine a thing, we're talking about it already being real at the point of thought. You ain't got to wait until you see little remnants. No. The remnants are expected because it was already done in your head. There's so much that right now is being done, is being worked on right now. And you all are going to, I'm telling you now, you're going to see it. I don't do nothing small, my loves, at all. Nothing. When I build, I build. I build. All right? When it's time to shift, I shift. But when I build, you better know I build. You better know it. Okay? I don't play no games about the building process of my visions and the things that I'm here to do. Know that. Know that. I'm adamant about it. I'm focused on it. I'm working towards it every single day. Every single day. So that means that my focus needs to be on the building. Needs to be on the preparation of what's to come, because I already know it's already done. So now I need to prepare the way for it to come. I have 2 big build outs that's coming that will begin this year. Okay. With that being said, I knew a few months back that this time of the year is going to be here. What did I have to do? I had to prepare. I had to get blueprints. All right. I had to get the blueprints together. How do you want it built? I had to put that together. Okay. Then a couple weeks back, I heard it's now time to go over to the Home Depot or Lowe's. I heard Lowe's. Go over to Lowe's and start pulling your paint samples that you want, the crown molding that you want, the cabinetry that you want, the fixtures that you want, all of those things that you want. Start taking pictures, start putting together the things, because once it's go time, it's going to be go time. And you'll be able to just hand the whole project and all the details and designs over to the contractor and walk away, because all of their questions are being answered right now. You're preparing the way. You're preparing the way. Okay. In my head, this is already done. In my head, this is already done. Okay. So now I'm readying myself to give it over to those who are going to handle it and carry it out. Right. And boom, there's no doubt in my mind that it will be carried out exceptionally, perfectly, because I prepared the way for it. Okay. That's what you do. Don't just think it, prepare the way for it. That's how you put some paint where it ain't. Okay. That's how you put a little oomph on that vision. That's how you act like it's already there. Make room for it. Make room for it. Make room for it. You need new furniture, clear out the old furniture that you need to get rid of. Clear it out. Stop looking for money and all that stuff to get the none. That ain't even important. The how is not important. The what is important. You want a new partner, a new mate? Make room for your mate. Clear out the drawers. Make some room in your closet. Sleep on one side of the bed. Make room for your mate. When you cook dinner, make sure you're cooking for more than just one person. All right? Now you ain't wasting food, okay? But you're practicing, you're preparing yourself to have to cook to prepare more food for more than one person. You're preparing yourself for more, for expansion, for growth, for what you see, what you desire. Stay there and don't let nothing or nobody get you off of that. That's how we're going to heal ourselves, by what we see in our mind. See yourselves healed. See yourselves whole. See yourselves healthy. See yourselves in love. See yourselves in peace. See yourselves financially stable and abundantly blessed. Overflowing. Never having to check your bank account because you already know it's there. Okay? Never to have to wonder whether you can buy it right now because you already know I can afford it. All right? I'm good on this. Run the card. Hello, run the card. We good. I get checks in the mail every day. I'm good. Trust me. Go ahead and charge that. I'm talking about without a thought, without a flinch. That's where we're going. In this process of the secret, that's where we're going. That's where you need to be. That's where you need to be. I don't play no games on that tip at all, okay? Now, we're going to go over the recap of this chapter here. I know we took a little, detour, but it had to be said. Somebody was pulling on that. For real, for real. Now, number one, the placebo effect is an example of the law of attraction in action. When a patient truly believes the tablet is a cure, he receives what he believes and is cured. That is a fact. That is a fact. I am schooled in and learned in neuroscience. And I'm telling you now, that placebo act and that placebo effect is serious, man. That tells you the power of the mind right there. Okay. The next, focusing on health, on perfect health, focusing on perfect health is something we can all do within ourselves, despite what may be happening on the outside. Okay. No matter what's going on your body, focus on perfect health always. Focus on perfect health always. Don't even give way to that pain or whatever the case. Focus on perfect health always. Always, always, always. Think perfect health. Think, my body is like that of a child, honey, limber, flexible. All right. All of that, energetic. Again, you can bust that split, do that cartwheel with no problem. You don't need no help getting up off the floor. Hello, you don't need no help getting down there either. All right. Laughter attracts joy, releases negativity, and leads to miraculous cures. If you are dealing with an ailment, again, this is the secret to health. If you're dealing with an ailment, stop focusing on the ailment. Your job is to do the total opposite of what that ailment is causing you to do. Laugh your way to health. Watch funny movies. Watch cartoons. When I get myself in a mindset where, the thoughts are just overwhelming with stuff or whatever the case, I turn on some cartoons. I become a kid again. Because again, imagination is better than knowledge. It is. Knowledge can only get you from one point to another point of that subject. Imagination is limitless. It takes you beyond that subject. Okay? Laugh, laugh, laugh. Laugh is the medicine. Laughter is the medicine to the soul. It's the medicine to your body too. Find things to be joyous about. Take your mind off of that pain, off of that ailment. Find things to be joyous about. This book here, we talked about someone's story where in 3 months she was cured of cancer because that whole 3 months she was laughing. She didn't want to focus on. She wasn't focusing on no cancer. Cancer, what? Where ain't nobody got time for cancer? Let's enjoy. Come on, let's watch these. Let's watch these funny movies. Let's laugh. Let's laugh. And not only was she cured in 3 months, she didn't have to have chemo or radiation. Period. Right? The next, disease is held in the body by thought, by observation of the illness, and by the attention given to the illness. If you are feeling a little unwell, don't talk about it unless you want more of it. If you are listening to people talk about their illnesses, you add energy to their illnesses. Instead, change the conversation to good things and give powerful thoughts to seeing those people in health. Okay? Stop talking about you being so sick and in pain all the doggone time. That's you adding to your sickness and your pain. Talk about good things. All right? Seriously. The next, beliefs about aging are all in our minds. So release those thoughts from your consciousness. Focus on health and eternal youth. All right? Like I said, my birthday is in 32 days. And I am celebrating my first birthday. You understand? I'm going to get on number 1 candle and put it on the cake. I am one. Yes, I am. You know why? because not only am I going back to that vitality, okay, of a youth, but as we learned here, our bodies regenerate itself after a couple of months. Our skin is renewed after a couple of months. Our hair, our all of that, everything is renewed. Our nails grow after a couple of months. So who we were last birthday is not who we are this birthday. This is a whole new physical you. Not just our outer self has regenerated, our inner organs have regenerated too. That's what they're meant to do. So literally, who I will be going into as my birthday this year is a whole new me from last year, literally and figuratively. So yes, I am celebrating my first birthday because this is my first birthday as my new self. Hello. And next birthday is going to be one again. Hello. All right. Mind your business. All right. Okay. And you better wish me a happy first birthday too. Okay. Period. Okay. Now, the last nugget that we learned in this chapter is do not listen to society's messages about diseases and aging. Negative messages do not serve you. Okay. What society says about aging and about stuff, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's not your business. That's society, man. Disconnect from society's messages. Please. That's not speaking of you. That has nothing to do with you. What's true for you is what you accept as truth for yourself. What are you accepting? What's true for you is what you think is true for you. What are you thinking? What's true for you is what you say is true for you. What are you saying? Okay? All of your faculties need to line up and speak one language. And that should be the language of your desires and not anything else. Not anything else. Okay? That is it for today's chapter. This was amazing. Y'all, listen. Again, if y'all don't have this book, I feel like a parent. If you don't have this book, you better get this book. You better get this book. To receive the ebook, it's only $5. It's a $5 seed. Inbox me with your email address, and I will send you the book over to you. It's a PDF ebook copy. It's going to be sent via Google Drive. That way you can pull it up from any device at any time, whether you're at home, at your desk, in office, at the coffee shop. It don't matter. You can pull it up from your Google account, and you can get to reading. Their chapters are easy to read, super easy to read. Okay. All right. You can also visit the website. Visit my website. The website is on the screen. For those who are listening via Clubhouse, it's above my head. So just tap the link there and it'll take you straight to the website. Okay. We have so many things going on. New things, you all. Exciting. Our Purpose Wear by Miss B. The Purpose Wear by Miss B that was always available on the site and still is always available. And more. There's more available on the site than is at this particular brand. But go to Walmart.com. Okay, Walmart.com, and you will find Purpose Wear by Miss B on the site. It is now made available at Walmart.com. All of the Purpose tees. Okay, this is not a trend. This is a lifestyle. We don't play trends over here. We walk and talk and live and breathe in purpose, on purpose, 100% of the time. So if it's not speaking the language of us, we're not putting it on our backs. Period, point blank. I don't get into all of the battles about the designers and what they believe in and they're exploiting kids and all. I don't get into the things of that. Why? Because I wear who I am. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. I wear what I am. Okay? There you go. And now, so can you. Okay, go to Walmart.com or you can visit my website. And again, there's way more items on my website that's available than there are on Walmart because I like to keep exclusivity for my peoples. Okay, I like to do that. I really, really like to do that. Hello, welcome. Alrighty, so now you can do that. Go to the website or follow me. Follow me on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. You can follow me on Facebook, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. Those on Clubhouse is in my bio, so you can feel free to go there and follow me on other platforms. Okay, follow me on Twitter, Bianca Miss B. Lee. Okay, I don't really go over to Twitter a lot. I put some things on Twitter, but I don't go over to Twitter a lot because there's so much confusion and foolishness on Twitter. It's confusing and foolishness on all platforms, but that whole thing with Twitter is too much. Elon Musk and all of them, it's too much. I don't feel like dealing with all of that stuff. So I really predominantly use Instagram and Facebook for sure. Definitely Facebook. Okay. But those are the two platforms that I truly, truly use. All right. So, and YouTube always, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee is the channel. Okay. You can email me at info@biancamissblee.com in order to get any type, whether you want to request a book reading or whether you want to ask any other questions. I do all types of things. If you visit my website, you'll be able to see in the store and the services and courses and things and books and stuff like that I have to offer. You can also go there. You can go there, okay? There are also many interviews and many panels and speaking events that I have. I've been honored to be the keynote. All of those things are on the website. You can go and check it out. From the most recent to the oldest and things like that. Okay, I've had the pleasure of sharing the platform with many noted people worldwide, and I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative, and there are more to come. There's more to come. There's an interview coming out soon with Canvas Rebel. They've interviewed me before a couple of times, in fact, but they just got an updated interview with me, and I'm grateful for them, man. They are true supporters for sure. And they continue to write, stories about me. But every time I appreciate them because they don't repeat the questions. Every single time is a different set of questions, and they get a different aspect. They get a different, a conversation each time, and that's what makes it valuable. You know what I mean? Okay, you all. Also, keep in mind, I am a spiritual mentor. All right, so I do things spiritually, practices and things like that. Tapping into abilities, tapping into powers, all of those things you can do. You can join that platform at Patreon. Again, Clubhouse is in the bio. Mama B's Kitchen, where we go in there and we do some cooking straight up and down. Okay, alrighty, you all. Listen, check this out. It's not required, but it is appreciated. I do not ask for you to pay for anything for me, but what I do ask, what I do appreciate is a seed of a monetary seed. If you want to sow a seed to me, I appreciate it. Again, it's not required. It is appreciated. Everything that I do, and I'm faithful in what I do. I come here faithfully, weekly, twice a week, and I deliver the message and things like that. I give, the readings, and I have conversations and stuff like that, but it costs me to do this, you all, just so you know. And again, it's not your responsibility. I enjoy doing this. This is my task. This is one of my purposes, to do this in this life. Okay. So I enjoy what I do, but if you want to sow a seed into that task and that movement, then you are more than welcome to do so. The information again for Clubhouse is in the bio. For Facebook and YouTube, it's on the screen. My Cash App and my Zelle information on the screen. I appreciate you. Again, I don't turn down nothing but my collar. Okay. So if you want to sow a seed, your seed, I promise you, will return to you abundantly, magnified and multiplied. You better know it, because everything that I touch multiplies. Anybody connected to me multiplies. Trust and believe it. Ask the people connected to me. Hello, somebody. All right. We don't do nothing small this way. All right. So if you want to sow a seed into what I do and into this platform, then feel free to do so. Your seed is greatly appreciated. Okay. And lastly, I am a founder of a nonprofit organization and a co-founder of an awards platform where we honor all of the community unsung heroes that are doing major things for the community, for people, and they are not being recognized. They're not being, they're not given the spotlight and all of those things. And some of them are not even paid to do it. They just do it. And so we want to honor them because they deserve to be honored. They're some of the reasons why some of our communities are thriving the way that they are thriving, and we want to continue that effort. Okay. Not only that, we also have a major homeless Thanksgiving drive coming up November 22nd, okay? And we have an Amazon wish list that's out there. It's on my website. So go to my website and you'll see it on the home page where you would be able to go and donate to that cause. We have an Amazon wish list that you can choose something off that list and you can donate it to us, to our organization to help us with this mission. I just, right before going live here, I just received a package on the doorstep, on the front of the doorstep from someone who donated, because it goes directly to our organization, okay? We appreciate everybody. We're trying to give those drawstring backpacks filled with toiletries. We got towels. We have shampoo and conditioner. We have combs and brushes. We have sanitary pads for the women. We have shaving kits for the men. We have, a toothbrush and toothpaste and mouthwash and hand sanitizers. And we have, what else do we have? We have a clean pair of socks. We have first aid kits. We have cut ointments and creams and things like that. We have all the things that they're going to need in order to maintain their health, their hygiene, their dignity, you know what I'm saying? Because, there are things that we might not be able to do, but there are certainly things that we can do. And collectively, if we come together to do this, we can do even more. My desire for November 22nd is to help 250 minimum, 250 people who are suffering and dealing with homelessness, okay? That is my desire, all right? That's my desire. So if you go to my website, which is on Clubhouse, it's above my head, on Facebook and YouTube, it's in the captions, okay? Go to my website and donate if you would be so kind to do so. Donate towards the mission and things like that, okay? And we would greatly appreciate it. We're also serving hot meals on that day as well. So they'll be able to walk away with a hot meal and a drawstring backpack filled with things that they will need to maintain their hygiene, their health, and their dignity. Okay. All righty, you all. Listen, that's it for today. I absolutely love you. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try it. On Tuesday coming, we're going to be going over chapter 8, which is the secret to the world, the secret of the world. Okay. Whoa, what is that going to be? All right. So I love you all. I will see you all back here on Tuesday. That's just in another 2 days. You all enjoy your Labor Day holiday. I know a lot of people are off. Most people are off. Some people are definitely working, which defeats the whole Labor Day purpose. Okay. Labor Day, it means you need to be at home. Okay. I need some jobs to understand this. All right. All righty, you all. Listen, I love you. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try it. In fact, if you go to Walmart.com or go to my website, there's a t-shirt and a hoodie that says that too. I love you. I mean it. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try it. Okay, we'll see you back here in 2 days. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here on Divine Femininity United. Peace. Thank you.